react to open this case. I've been waiting all weekend.
Yep.
All right, let's go.
So what do we got right here? This is the case, right, for the computer?
This will be a Thermaltake TR100 in matcha green.
Nice.
It was one of the few SFF cases I could find that may accommodate my Giants GPU that I ordered for this guy.
There's this guy right here.
All right. All right. Let's take this out. Want to help me there?
Yep.
Here we go. Ooh, look at that color. It's a lot more muted in person than it looks on pictures.
Yeah.
Nice.
Looks super nice.
Yeah, it's a lot, looks way nicer in person. So, all right, sweet. There we have it.
Dang.
Fully magnetic panels. These come right off.
Mm-hmm. And does this middle piece, can you move it around at all?
This one is non-adjustable for the spine that's in here.
Got it.
But should be plenty of room, hopefully.
Yeah.
Looks like we got hardware and...
That's where the big boy goes.
Yep. Hopefully it could fit.
Yeah.
Right. What's nice about this case is that they have these ridges right here where your card could actually sit and rest. So that's what I really liked about this case.
That is super cool.
But yeah.
A lot of the other cases let your GPU hang.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
This one should be cradled in there, so sweet. And then this top piece, this little thumb screw.
Yeah.
Magnetic as well.
Perfect.
Easy cleaning. This inner part comes right out for cleaning.
Reminds me a lot of the NR200P, but this one's just a lot easier to take apart.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have an NR200P, and when you try to take this top piece off, it feels like you're breaking the case.
Oh, really? Because that's a lot of that has a structural integrity for that case, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
There's a lot of that plastic snapping bits too that keep it in place.
Yeah. That's sweet. And there it is. Yeah.
Nice and simple. Just.
Yeah, I like how easy it is because you just take these panels off and clean them.
Yeah, yeah. It's really
especially with these little mesh bits. And then another thing I really like about this case, this reminds me of that Star Wars pattern, you know, when they're in the Death Star, you know, the hallway little light things. I was like really digging that.
That's cool.
So
I didn't even notice that part.
Yeah, that's a cool little detail there. And also these are the same panels, so you can't mix them up. So I really like the modularity of that. Oh, we're backwards here.
I can kind of see where the power supply is going to go.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I like that they give you, because I think the power supply is going to be up this way.
Yeah.
You have a bunch of room for these cables. A lot of cases, they have the power supply, the back part of it goes down, so you're trying to bend all these cables so that they're not touching anything.
Should be a pretty sweet build.
Yup.
So
let's get into the other parts.
All right, put this aside. We'll get to the nitty gritty, which is first, pull up this guy, which is the motherboard. Mini ITX form factor. This is the B650 chipset. Chose this because it's the price for performance on the higher end chipset they get, that wasn't worth it. You only get, after spending an extra $600 to get the compatible hard disk and RAM for it, it would have given me a 1% to 5% boost, which equals to 1 frame per second in gaming terms. So it's not worth the extra money for sure. So that's one thing to keep in mind when you're building a system, is that sometimes getting the top of the line always isn't best for types of efficiency and performance. So
got it.
All right, take this guy out. Let's check this out.
I can see the little fan for the NVMe slot.
Yeah, I really like that, because that's something I wasn't thinking about at the time, is the thermal throttling for NVMEs, which is a serious issue, especially in the PlayStation world. That's pretty much the reason why a lot of PlayStations throttle down, is because of how hot the NVMEs are running. So
yeah,
that's really cool that this came with one, especially being a small form factor build.
I wonder how much this fan contributes to power usage on the PSU.
Yeah, it's probably very negligent, I'm sure, but
it'd be kind of funny if it was a large amount.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what's cool about this is not just one, there's actually a dual mount NVMe in the back here.
Yeah.
So this is probably where I'll be transferring the OS drive. Will be living there.
I see, yeah. Yeah, my motherboard has a back slot too. Sometimes that front slot here on the motherboard is like a duplex almost kind of unit.
Oh, okay.
But I'm assuming this one's just one.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
And it has Type-C.
Check out the I/O here.
Yeah.
We got a single Type-C here, HDMI. Got a 2.5 gig Ethernet port, which is awesome. Simple audio outs here. Built-in Wi-Fi, which is pretty cool. Something I never had on my motherboards before.
Wi-Fi, Bluetooth.
Yeah, so it's really nice having it, because before I just used a dongle, and it comes. So after a while, some of those kind of burn out when you keep them plugged in for too long.
Right.
And this is what I love about new motherboards, is they have these clear CMOS and flash buttons for
Oh my God.
your settings. So for people that like to tweak around, it's a really cool feature.
And cool for updating your firmware.
Yeah, just not very new user friendly, because you gotta be careful. Some people might click that, don't know what they're doing, and
Oh shoot.
could fry that. So it's probably not something, if you're new to building systems, you would have to consider. Just don't, yeah. But other than that,
And this is AM5.
yeah. It's cool. I've never seen a port like that before. It looks like it says USB.
Yeah, it's a 3.2, like the blue ports on the front I/O.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you need to connect that, otherwise those will not give sufficient power, I believe, or data transfer. It's one of those.
Nice. Yeah, I'm used to the little jumper version of USB ports on my older build, which I think they're on this side of the board, which probably won't be using.
Got to read the manual for that, so make sure when you're building a computer, you read the manual.
RTFM.
I like this part of many ITX boards where the PCIe port is just so close to whatever part of the motherboard it's on. It looks ridiculous and doesn't seem like you're going to be able to fit your graphics card in there, but it always ends up working. Yeah,
especially at the size of this guy's.
Yeah, this guy is like, I don't know, 2 times the volume of space of this guy. It's going to look crazy.
So, all right, let's put that back in the box. Actually, we could just keep that out and then we'll move that to the side.
Put it on top of the box,
Yeah, put it on top of the box.
What do you got here? You got a NVMe drive here.
And so here we have, this is what I chose. I only went with the terabyte just because I never play more than 1 or 2 games at a time. So I don't need a huge amount of hard disk space for a bunch of games. So, and I've been running that for a while, and I'd never fill it up because I always cycle out new games. So
nice, yeah. I have 3 terabytes on my computer, one terabyte, and 2 terabyte is super overkill.
Yeah, you find
that I get used to use that much.
Yeah, you probably don't really fill it up to the amount of type of games you play or the time you get to actually play games. So.
Right, yeah.
Right, awesome.
Looks good.
Time to go there. And then now it'll be powered by best in class, of course, a Ryzen 7 Series 9800 X3D. X3D means it's for gaming.
Yeah, 3D gaming, not 2D gaming. This is a great CPU. It's hella good.
Yeah, this is pretty much best in class.
Yep.
Could never go wrong with it.
They still make Threadrippers, right?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
But I mean, the support around it and the motherboards around it, it's get more complicated from what most people want to deal with in terms of driver support as well. And
this is a standard socket type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's cool about these newer gens is like how thick the heatsink is on these processors. Before they used to be just raw chip, and then it'd be married exactly to your CPU cooler, but now they have these intermediate heat sinks that really help dissipate the heat.
Yeah, I remember these used to cause problems right when that style came out, but now they fixed it and it works well. Yeah.
Cool. So now, in terms of RAM, we have here the G-Skill Trident Z5s. I've used the predecessor to these in the AM4 platform.
Yeah.
And they've ran great and had 0 issues with them. Cool. So I was comfortable getting these ones for my new build. So.
Yep. 32 gigs of RAM is plenty.
Yep.
I heard a beep and I thought that was a stove, so I got scared.
It's like getting
not about to start cooking the parts.
I know, right?
Nice.
Yeah. And they're RGB, but even though my case isn't really meant for flash, it's They'll be there, light up a bit, but
Light up a bit, yeah.
most of the part was just the heat sinks are really nice.
Nice.
So, all right. So now, can move on to the GPU.
The big boy itself.
Here we have a AMD Radeon RX 7900 XTX by Sapphire. This is the Nitro Plus, which is their top tier line of cards. That just means it has an aftermarket cooler on there that's way overbuilt, but
it's got 24 gigs of VRAM too, which is crazy.
Maximum, and even newer cards could barely even come with that amount of VRAM anymore.
Yeah.
Even though a lot of modern games are starting to require it more.
Yeah. I have a 4080 and it has 16 gigs of VRAM, so this thing is like super crazy compared to that one.
Here's the big reveal.
Big reveal is correct.
Yeah. All right. So got here. This is the monster that hopefully we'll be able to fit in our brand new case here. But look how big this guy is.
Yeah, so if we grab the motherboard here
in comparison,
and compare it, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Ooh. But yeah. That GPU will power the games that Tim's gonna play.
Power games that it's probably overkill to play.
Yeah.
But it's nice to not have to worry about settings or anything anymore. You just turn the game on, pull it to ultra, and play.
Can it run Minecraft?
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Can it run Terraria, something 2D?
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully this will fit in this case, so.
Right. That's about half of the volume of the case right there.
Yeah, and the weight of this thing is pretty much all these other parts combined, but in its own self, so it's very overkill. But it pretty much runs silent just because this oversized heat sink. Mm-hmm. So it's really efficient in terms of how big the card is in terms of cooling. So
nice.
It's nice not having to worry about it.
And that's a 3.5 slot card, right?
Yeah, it's considered 3.5, which I'm assuming that's the half right there. You could see it in our top cam there. So it's going to be a fun build. All right. And then, of course, one of the most important pieces of a build, I always tell everybody, is power supply. Do not cheap out on the power supply. This
Definitely.
is pretty much the heart of the whole build.
Yep.
And from my 20 plus years of building experience, every time you go cheap with the power supply, there's always problems. Stability problems, weird glitches. It's always usually
Coil wind.
Yeah, coil wind and weird power surges. And so I made sure to get the best one. This is for the form factor, SF form factor. This is the Corsair 850, and it is platinum rated, which is the highest rating, or platinum,
gold, silver, and bronze.
A- in cybernetics, whatever that means.
Yeah, cybernetics.
So I guess you could put it in your robot and it's good.
Yeah, or you can attach it to your own cybernetics in your
True.
body.
Once you get that.
In case you have that.
Yeah, once you get that robot arm.
Yeah, just trying to future-proof this video for like 2045 or something. Yeah, nice power supply here. It's great.
Yep, fully modular, allows us to pick and choose exactly what gets plugged in, so that also helps with efficiency and
cable management,
which equals the airflow and overall coolability of your system.
And you also got the SF1000, right?
Yeah, I almost did, but I figured it was a little overkill for what I needed, just because it's running a single card and nothing much else, so
yeah.
It's plenty.
When he says don't cheap out, he doesn't mean, well, obviously get the correct amount of watts that you need, but don't cheap out on the part where it's like you don't want to get a bronze power supply.
Yeah. Even then, a bronze power supply is better than something an unbranded.
Oh yeah.
One that says
random
RGB.
Ones. The ones that you get in those like random deals.
Yeah. If the first letters in your power supply is RGB, it's usually a sign that it's probably not going to be very good.
Yeah. Well, this is a great power supply. You won't have any issues. I never had any issues.
Yep. Only issues I foresee would be fitment, but I doubt it just because this case in general is pretty much bigger on the SFF form factor side.
Yeah.
It's considered the bigger size cases in that class, so
okay.
you should be fine.
Yeah. And then what do we have next?
And then last we have our cooler, cooling the CPU, which I really didn't do much research. I just saw a good Black Friday deal on this. It was about 55 bucks on sale.
It's cheap for AIO.
Yep,
right?
It's from a company I trust, MSI. I've been rocking MSI products for years now. Highly recommend them, just because of the military grade components they use. They last a really long time.
Nice.
I still have a 7600 GT from 2009, so I could play Oblivion at MSI card, and it still works today.
Oh my god.
AGP 8X. That's
nice.
Awesome. So one of these days, we might bring that on the show one of these days.
Definitely
and see if it could still play Oblivion, especially now after all the updates.
Yeah.
I'll be very interested to see. So.
What is that? Windows XP?
Yeah, we'll be on XP, which is the best OS ever.
We should definitely do that.
And
see what it can run.
Yeah. Let's open this up and just see what it looks like.
Dang.
It has the most fanciest packaging out of all of them.
I know, right?
It's crazy. But yet it's like the cheapest part. But yeah, I love all-in-one coolers. Just takes the hassle out of it.
Definitely.
Ooh, I'm glad. Actually, I was really worried about that. I was hoping these were rotatable.
Yeah, right.
Because it really helps with your build and different type of case compatibility. Because my old all-in-one cooler, they were fixed, so it's like they were very. It's kind of hard, you kind of had to force some of those cables a little much on, and it puts pressure on the motherboard if you're not careful. So this should be a pretty sweet build once we're all done.
Super cool.
Then we got the hardware. Oh, cool.
That's the mounting.
Comes with little thermal take or thermal paste.
Oh, that's cool.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's all the parts.
Yeah, it's going to be an awesome build.
Only thing next we got to do is build it.
Yep, build it.
Let's do it. All right, this is part one of building the PC. We're going to start by putting stuff on the motherboard. We got our iFixit toolkit. Not sponsored yet.
And we got a trusty, well, I was hoping it was a full-size manual, but it looks like we got a quick start guide here.
Yeah, they just got pictures for you like
slightly
like
disappointed. It's because that's how I learned how to build PCs, was reading the manual.
Right. So just take that off.
Which there's nothing in the quick start guide about removing the NVMe cooler, so.
So it would have been
Thanks,
nice.
Technical writer at MSI. Forced to scan a code now. Could unscrew, you have my permission.
Thanks, bro. The thing is that I don't want to take away from the happiness of building your own computer, but I will unscrew these
parts. No, it's all good.
All right.
I don't want rewards.
I got it off, but you need to be careful because there looks like there's a cable right here that connects the fan into like a 1 or a 2 pin.
Third hand there. Let's take a look. Okay.
So there's the mounting point for it, and you need to remove this piece of plastic here for that thermal paste like type of solution there.
Okay. So I should go ahead and do that now.
Yep.
So here we go.
Yep. And then here's
that guy.
Oh, you need to undo the screws.
Oh, yep.
Slot in.
Can you do that? I'll hold this, keep this up.
Yep.
Could be my third arm. Always wish I had a third arm.
Yeah. All right, there's that. Interesting, it has like a little texture around it. I guess maybe for some people that have really small fingers.
Wow. I wish.
Yeah.
Oh, little spacer. Pop there. All right, go ahead.
Where did that spacer come from?
It was on top of that guy right there.
Oh, okay. So we'll put that back. And we got to remove this guy right here. So let's do that.
All right, there was on each side. So now
we got to figure it out on our own because the manual doesn't say.
Exactly. We're engineers, we're qualified.
I see.
Yeah, probably not super necessary, but we'll
try to put it back. We probably need one of these little tweezer guys. Unless you got it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let me just start one. I'm not really going to torque these down at all because you don't really need to.
Nope.
I'm just going to do like finger tight. I don't know what this piece of plastic here is, but maybe.
I think it's just to cover the graphic here.
Oh, okay.
Which we'll wait for that part.
Yeah, so that's the NVMe drive installed.
So now I probably should do the CPU now, since I don't want to reach in there while the RAM is installed.
Yep.
So now we'll remove that.
There it is.
And now this is what I've seen a lot of builders use. Are you supposed to keep that top on when you plop it down and it pops off, or are you supposed to remove this before that happens?
It'll pop off, yeah.
Gotcha.
I don't think it makes a difference.
Okay.
So if you want to remove that, I don't think it's really.
It's a weird thought I always had every time I see people build these.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
I remember how nervous I was installing my 9800X3D because I was like, if I mess this up, that's $500 down the drain.
Yeah. It's amazing. Remember when they used to have little pins on this side of things?
Yeah.
We're completely reversed it now. So one important thing to consider is your arrow. That's your key to here. We got another arrow there.
Mm-hmm. And I think on the AM5 socket, there's another little notch that forces you to, because if it's in the wrong way, you're really doing it wrong.
Yeah, you would have. Yeah, you'd be very negligent if it went in the wrong way. Right there, and then we do the famous pop.
Here we go. It's like M1 Garand.
Nope, didn't do it. Nope, that was disappointing and didn't have that satisfying pop. Supposed to do that.
Make our own.
Yeah, all the cool people on YouTube, it does that for some reason, but
yeah,
we're on here, it does not doing it for us. So.
All right, that's the.
All right, next we have our RAM here. Then
a lot of mini
tabs
ITX
here.
boards only have 2 DIMM slots, so you don't have to worry about.
Always be careful where these guys. These break for a lot of people just because sometimes it's kind of hard to understand how they work.
Oh wow, I've never had one of those break. What happens? You're just screwed.
Usually when I used to troubleshoot a lot of people's computers, they would mess with this and they would try to install RAM when these were locked in, and they would force a bunch of things and pop off or break everything. And
wow.
So.
Got it.
And they used to be dual-sided, but it looks like these newer computers only have a single-sided now. So, and it looks like you're going this way. All right, so then give it an even. Always want to hear that click.
Very satisfying click.
Sure is. Have you seen those videos where people did this and then the whole slot just breaks? Because, it's crazy. But again, that's probably because I always see them run cheap no-name motherboards when that happens. And
got you. It's not even soldered on all the way, probably.
Yeah, it's just the structure of it is just too weak. So, and there we have it. It's ready to be installed inside of a computer case now.
Yeah. Do we want to put the riser on for the GPU? Put that on when it's in the case sideways.
Yeah, we'll probably have to put it on because I believe we have to put the riser in the case first before mounting the motherboard from what I've seen.
Okay, got it. All right.
Okay, so.
Yeah, so we're done.
So conduct our build for today.
Yep, pretty cool. So we got this ready to go. The hard part is fitting the rest of this stuff on because we got a lot of power cables to manage, and then we got that giant GPU.
Yeah, that's part of it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, we're going to find out if that's even going to fit.
Find out next time.
Yeah.